Hello, everybody. It's been a minute, but I wanted to chat about Marathon because it is a game that I have been following for a hot minute. I played the alpha, and that's the gameplay that you're seeing here. I've also played a playtest of this game, which I have an NDA on, so I can't talk about that. With a recent Vidoc, I thought it was interesting to chat about. It's been on my mind a lot, and might as well kind of share that. This originally was going to be a video for like my reaction to the alpha, but I sat on it for so long. From the original reveal trailer and everything, it really hooked me. I liked the graphic realism vibe they were going for. It actually inspired me to use that kind of vibe for the second half of Lost Goddess, the montage I made for Titanfall 2 quite a bit ago, I think like 2 years ago. Yeah, that helped shaped the graphic direction I was going for the like design of the panels for part 1 and part 2, and a little bit of the music. So interesting to note. In general, like the extraction shooters that are out all are very militarized. So it's Tarkov, Arc Raiders, Marauders, if that's still out, Vigor, Hunt Showdown, like it's all kind of the same vibe. So any other things coming into that space is greatly appreciated by me. Similar to like I was happy when Valorant came out because it was something different compared to just like all the military shooters that were already out. So yeah, I love seeing different artistic approaches to games. With the alpha, it was kind of a bummer to see them shift away from the original design of the player character to more of a like hero shooter. I'm kind of torn because I think it's interesting to have hero shooter elements in an extraction shooter because that hasn't been done before. But at the same time, like, what could have we had with the same idea? Like, I guess it's possible I still pivot to that, but I don't really foresee it. Yeah, basically the finals to a T, just like that system. That would have been a more interesting approach to this genre, I think, and I think more people would have appreciated it. But the character building that they've done with Marathon, I do appreciate. Like, I think Glitch is a really interesting character. Gonna be interesting to see what they do to, like, meet in the middle. I don't really know how they can do that with its current system, so the fact that they're being so weird about the wording of, like, the first year of content will be free, like, is the second year of content not gonna be free? That's kind of weird. I feel like, yeah, just like their wording of things and like their track record definitely doesn't help. So yeah, I think Bungie has an uphill battle to do with Marathon, for sure. From a marketing standpoint, from a trust standpoint, I think artistically the game has gotten significantly better from the little clips they've been showing on social media and stuff recently. Yeah, the game was fun to play. There was a good gameplay loop. I was struggling a lot of the time during that playtest because like the game is a lot more punishing. AI isn't as easy as it seems in the gameplay clips. But yeah, I think the guns and everything in the game was good. I thought the progression and everything in the game was really good. So I'm excited to play more of it. That's kind of just been like the overall feeling of this game. It's like, oh, I'm excited to play more whenever I can. So that's always a good sign for a game. Thankfully, Arc Raiders has brought more people on to extraction shooters, and I'm sure there's a lot more people who got into Arc Raiders who want more depth and are probably checking out Tarkov right now. I'm so sorry for them. Tarkov's a great game, but it definitely has its flaws. But yeah, I think Marathon being like kind of a middle slot between Tarkov and Arc Raiders in terms of it's casual friendly, there's controller, there's a tutorial, but also it's very PvP heavy and it's very hardcore oriented in terms of like you can't just like roll money like you can on Arc Raiders. I like that there's not a secure container because like you gotta make it out. Like there's more pressure to make it out because in Tarkov it's like, oh, I got this expensive thing and I want to make it out with my other stuff, but also like I can just sell this to therapist for like $1 million or something and be fine. As we're in this game, you know, it's gonna be harder. You have to actually make it out of the run. You can't just like put your most expensive item away where no one can get it. So yeah, I also like the vintage items where if you bring it into a raid and then extract with it, it increases in value, or if you find one in a raid and extract. There's also some other mechanics I'm sure I'm not remembering, but I did like a lot of mechanics that Marathon offers. So yeah, I mean, TLDR, I'm just excited to play this game in the future. I'm still hesitant about Bungie in general, but personally, I think this game is going to land pretty well, depending on how the marketing goes for it. There was a lot of fun replayability. There was a lot of, like, I want to do one more run kind of things I felt with this game. But yeah, it has a similar addicting nature that Tarkov has, where it's like, oh, I want to go do this so I can get this item, or I want to go do this quest. Because in extraction shooters, I really like the questing aspect. One of my favorite things about the alpha playtest was all of the cinematics that they had to offer. There were cinematics when you first got into the game. There were cinematics when you met the factions, when you leveled up the faction. Sometimes there were cinematics. There was a lot of story there, and I think the story element of this game carries it very hard. Marathon cinematics are genuinely gorgeous. The fact that it was all voice acted, phenomenal. Just so fucking good. I really like the decaying bodies aspect that they showed off in the Vidoc. That is genuinely very cool. I'm not a fan of the bag system that they have. I kind of hope they move away from the bags, like the duffel bags that drop when you die. I would rather just kind of loot the body and or like a different system come in place. It's a little immersion breaking, so I'm not the biggest fan of that. I would like a different system, I think. I'm also really excited to see what the raid-like aspects are going to be. The vault thing seems neat. I have no idea how any of that's going to work because I didn't do any raids in Destiny, so I don't know if it's going to be like a Destiny raid. I don't know if it's going to be something more toned down. I don't know if it's just going to be a boss fight in general, but excited to play it. And if anybody's curious about this game, I highly recommend trying it out when the beta comes out. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.